recording. Okay, so happy Friday. Yay, TGIF. I think that's left over from my days of working in the office years and years and years ago. I loved Fridays because it was the last day of the week. But I have a quotation by Edward Said. Edward Said says, beginning is not only a kind of action, it is also a frame of mind, a kind of work, an attitude, a consciousness. So it just kind of weaves in with our direction this morning, working with new moon energies and the solar eclipse coming tomorrow. It's going to be a powerful day. And of course, tomorrow is the World Healing Day, and we'll all do some meditation and reevaluation, reassessing what we value, because those things change as we evolve. We go deeper into ourselves and find more and better ways to express. Sorry. Get the kitty toys out of the way. Thank goodness she's sleeping over there. So we'll start with grounding and centering. Just sitting in easy pose. Be sure to lift in your spine, create space for your energy to flow. If you need to change position, that's fine. Just be comfortable. We use Bu Mudra, which is just the index finger and the long finger, and then the thumb holds the other two fingers in, and we place those fingers on the ground, the floor representing the ground, which connects us with Earth Mother. We release through this mudra. So just let go of the week, anything that is kind of hanging around that you'd like to free yourself from. Just allow it to flow out, down into the ground. And just think of Earth Mother, the huge entity that she is, an organism, live and loving. Allow her energy to come up through the perineum, your legs and hips. Allow an initial relaxation, just letting go, just using muscles you need to sit tall. Become aware of your breath. Notice the pattern or the pace of your breath. Notice your thoughts, your mind's activity, just observing where you're at right now. No changing anything. And now check in with your body. If your arms get uncomfortable holding the mudra, you can certainly bring your hands onto your knees or your lap. But notice any sensations in your body, messages asking for attention or release, whatever your body is saying to you through the language of sensation. And since tomorrow is the new moon and World Healing Day, we'll just intend for this practice today to be a preparation for that new energy, allowing a greater sense of what we value, listening to our bodies, and we'll turn our palms up and extend our fingers out. Breathe as you lift arms overhead. We'll attune to breath and breathe out as you lower arms down. You can use your Ujjayi breath if you wish, if you want to deepen, breathing up. Two more full deep breaths. Moving with the breath. And last time, breathing arms up overhead, palms together. Bring your palms down over your heart and turn your fingertips down and just extend your arms, slide your hands out, stretching forward, just loosening up. Just allow your body to relax forward. Spider walk your fingers. And remaining in your forward stretch, just walk your hands over to your left leg and relax down. Take the front arm, your right arm, and reach, pulling away from your hip. Feel the stretch in your ribs, your side, your waist, maybe down into your hip. Relax on each out breath. Now you can also get a little more stretch for your shoulder. You have your hand, your palm on the floor. Just press the shoulder down towards the floor, keeping the elbow straight and long. And then still facing that leg, just walk your hands in, bring your right hand onto your left knee, and scoop your left arm out. Breathe as you lift up and back into a stretch. And just lift in center, reach up with that left hand and pull around to the back, coming into a twist. Look over your shoulder and breathe. Relax into your edge. Now just press down in your sitting bones and breathe that arm up overhead and just come around, return to center, bring your palms together over your heart. Just pause for a moment and compare the left and right sides of your body, your arms, your ribs, wherever you felt the stretch. Just see how you feel here. And then lean back just a little bit. We're going to switch our feet. Just bring the other leg in front. Take in your deep breath. And again, bring palms down onto the floor. Reach forward, spider walk fingers. Notice your hips, the sensations in your hip joints, your knees. Breathe some relaxing breaths. And walk your hands in and just come over to face your right leg. Reach forward, pull away from the hip with that left arm. And notice if this side feels any different from the first side. Stretching over the other leg. And again, if you wish, you can press down in that shoulder, lengthen. And then lift your torso. Excuse me, bring your left hand onto your right knee and then scoop forward with the right arm. Breathe and reach up and back. Imagine the sun overhead. Be sure to reach up through your ribs, up through your crown. Create space in your spine as you go back. And then come to center, reach up and breathe. And draw your arm behind you into your twist. Use your arms to hold you in your twist. And press down in your sitting bones and reach up with that right arm. And then just come around to the front. Just loosen up in your shoulders, circle around. And reverse. Good. And then just swing your arms out to the side. Loosen and lubricate your elbows. Excuse me. And bring it down into your wrists, circle around, loosen. And reverse. And fingers, bring the energy all the way down. Squeeze in Open, squeeze in and stretch. Okay, and just bring your hands behind you. Stretch your legs out, shake them out, pat the floor with the back of your knees. And circle around in your feet. Loosen the ankles. And reverse. I think we lost Steve. And then sitting tall, just flex your feet, press the palms down, and then point your toes and lift and point, lift and point. Now just squeeze your toes and then stretch them out as wide as you can. Flex and stretch, squeeze and stretch. Okay, so let's work on the psoas. Just come down onto your back. We'll do the one where we have one knee bent and one leg straightened. You can bring your hands underneath your hips. And then I have the right leg straight, so turn the toes out to the side. Foot is flexed. Slide the heel over a few inches and then lift and lower as high as the bent knee, maybe 10 times. And then release and switch legs. Flex, turn out, slide out a few inches, and then your leg lifts. All right, now just bend both knees, bring them in, just pull them in for a nice stretch for your low back. You can bring your head up to meet your knees if you like. Wrap your arms around, just curl in. You can rock around if you like, side to side. Okay, and then come back down onto the floor. Lift your legs up, press your heels away, flex your feet. Just draw the legs in. Give a little stretch to the back of your legs. Ah, there he is. There you are. Very good. Okay, so we're just getting ready to press up into a half shoulder stand. So just sitting on your mat, palms under your knees, and rock a few times, massaging your back, waking up your spine. And next time we'll kick up and bring the hip bones into the palms of your hands. Now for new people, we do a little shake, rattle, and roll here to get our organs to lift back up into their natural position. So just shake your legs, shake your hips, and allow those organs to return. All right. And optional here, if you want to bring your legs overhead towards the floor, depending on how Gumby-fied you're feeling this morning. Just a little plow. And then lift back up into half shoulder stand. And bend your knees. Lower yourself down. Stretch your legs out. Bring your arms underneath you. We'll come into fish as a counter pose after the gentle plow, but flex your feet. Lift up onto your forearms. We want to arch in the back. Lift your heart center up to the sky. Let your head relax back. Elbows are under your shoulders, so your back is arched. You can stay here if you want, or you can bring the top of your head onto the floor. There's no weight on it, but relax your legs. Use your arms and your torso. And then lift back up. Separate your elbows and roll back down. Let your arms out and just turn your palms up. Relax your whole body. A mini shavasana here. Relax. All right. Now just bring your feet onto the floor, knees bent. We'll work on our abs a little bit to strengthen, and just lift your head, reach your arms forward, let your feet out a little bit, and lift up. You don't have to lift all the way, just lift up and then roll back down. Take your arms up overhead. Big breath here. Breathe out, fingertips forward, roll up, contract in your abdominal area, roll up as far as you want to. You can hold at a challenging spot and then roll back down. Breathe, arms up overhead. Breathe out, roll up. Down one more time. Arms up overhead. Breathe, deep breath. And breathe out. Arms lift forward, press. Lift up and come to that challenge point where if you relaxed anymore, you would go down onto the floor. Now lift up higher, reaching fingertips forward. Bring the legs and feet together, point your toes, and then lift up into parallel to the floor. And then all the way up into the upward boat. Or you can keep your knees bent, whichever works best for you right now. And then let your feet down. place your palms on your knees or shin, lift up and come into an arch or arching cat, and then round your back. Arching and to center. Okay, let's bring our legs around, come onto hands and knees. Bring your knees back away into a puppy stretch. So palms reach forward, hips are up, shoulders come down towards the floor. I like to waddle side to side just to loosen up more in the shoulders. And then lift up. Bring your hips forward. Engage your hip muscles, your glutes, and let your hips relax towards the floor. So you're just kind of hanging in traction, but pull away from your knees so you're nice and long, stretching those psoas muscles, the core that you just strengthened. Pull back into puppy stretch once again. And then lift up and press forward, engage hips. Now lift your shoulders up towards your ears with an in-breath. Take the shoulders back and breathe out. Bend your elbows and lower your hips down to the floor into your cobra. So lengthen away from your knees, shoulders away from your ears. Connect with the earth through that root chakra. And then we'll pull back into puppy once again. Round your back. And then turn your toes under, and we'll let our puppies grow into a full downward facing dogs. Lift up. Feet are hip width apart. Send your heels down against the mat. Lift up onto the balls of your feet, contract in the calf, and press down once again. Tilt the hips up. Now just step your right leg forward into sun pose. The back leg is optional. You can let the back knee down onto the floor, or the leg can extend, pressing through the heel. Lift your chin, honoring the sun's light in sun pose. And we'll get in a little twist. So press down on your left palm, lift your right arm up into a twist, open the chest. Relax your hips. Now it's just too tempting for me to resist. Bring your left foot, the outer edge of your left foot down onto the floor. Oh, we have a cat here in the way. Take the right leg, just inch it down, stack it on top of the left foot, and you're in your side plank over the cat. Okay, side plank here, huh? And we'll face forward, come back into your downward facing dog. And step your left leg forward into sun pose while I move this little feline into the other room. There we go. So lengthen through the back leg if your knee is up. Relax the hips. Lift your chin. Now press down in the right palm. We'll come into our twist. Lift the left arm up. Reach. Lift the heart. Make sure your palm and fingers are spread wide. Bring the right foot, the outer edge, onto the mat so it's sideways and flexed. And then just inch the left leg down. Stack the foot on top of the right. And you have your side plank on the other side. Come back down into plank, the front plank. And just walk the feet in. We'll come into Malasana here. Just separate your feet, bring your arms in between your knees, and extend one leg out, come out onto the outer edge of your foot, open the knee, and we'll go side to side, opening the hips, release, being close to Earth Mother, allow her energy up into your body, the root chakra there, vibrant red energy. Then come in between the feet. You can be on the balls of the feet if you need to, or you can let your heels down. Bring the palms together. Press the elbows against the knees to open. And just bring your hands into Anjali Mudra, your prayer hands. Allowing Earth Mother's energy to flow up, all the way up your spine, out the top of your head, out into the universe, out into the stars. Joining with the heavenly forces, and then bring it back down into your crown, down through your torso, passing through all the chakras and back down into the earth. Then bring it up once again, up into the root chakra, second chakra, third chakra, and bring it to the heart chakra and pause there. Relax the hips. And then release your hands. We'll come into ragdoll or head to knee. Just lift your hips. Bring your feet a little closer, toes forward, and stretch the back of your legs. Just hang out. So we can use monkey pose to increase the stretch. Just bring your hands either onto the mat, your feet, your ankles, your shins. We're going to stretch out the arms and lengthen in the torso. Tilt the hips up, lift the chin, taking a breath. Breathe out as you come back down over your legs. So breathe it up into monkey, lift, hips, chin. Breathe out and lower down. One more time. Monkey, breathe. Breathe out, relax down over your legs. And soften your knees, lower your hips. Bring your arms out to the side, push the floor away. Breathe your way up, arms overhead. Palms together over your heart. And we're up, working with gravity once again. Just close your eyes for a moment. Feel the sensations in your body. And you'll want to turn sideways for warrior two, sideways on your mat. So just with palms together over your heart, feet hip width apart, taking a breath. Bend your knees and hop out into five-pointed star. So take your front leg, turn the toes forward, the back foot, the heel presses away, hips pointing forward, preparing for warrior two pose. Breathe. And as you breathe out, bend your knee, breathe it in with vinyasa a few times. Open the knee. Remember malasana, how we opened our hips. Now we're using that openness. So now we'll come into warrior two, gaze over the fingertips, over the bent leg. Ground, root into the earth through the soles of your feet. Lift your crown to the stars. Relax your hips deeper into the pose. Now bring the knee in. If you need to relax your arms for a moment, just bring your feet into a narrow stance of warrior two. So bring the back foot in, front toes are still forward, bend that knee, open the knee over the center line of your foot. The back arm is resting alongside the body. We're going to come into our balancing half moon. So reach your hand down, the front hand. You want to take it on the diagonal away from the pinky toe, about a foot forward and over to the side. Align shoulders and hips as much as you can to the front. And transfer the weight onto the front foot. Lift the back leg up. And then the top arm. Then look up. Try to align so you could imagine yourself fitting between two panes of glass. And then release the back leg down and press back up into your short stance of warrior two. Good. Now just step it forward. We're just going to switch sides. So step back and you'll be facing the other direction. Some vinyasa for that front leg. Bend the knee, breathe it in, breathe out. Open the knee as you bend. Come into warrior two legs. Back heel presses away. Breathe, arms up overhead and out into warrior two. Open the shoulders. Press the feet, the soles of your feet into the ground. Legs are active, they're working here. Muscles are flexed. But relax the hips into a deeper pose as your body allows. Now release your arms just along your sides. Bring the back foot in a little closer. So you're maybe 2 or 3 foot lengths apart. Bend the front knee. The back arm is just alongside the body, facing the side wall. And bend down. Bring your fingertips out from the pinky toe and forward. Then once again, align shoulders and hips and transfer the weight onto the front foot. Lift the back leg. When you're comfortable there, lift your upper arm and open the front of the body. Hips and shoulders flush to the wall. Breathe well. Now soften the front knee, bring the back leg down. Lift your torso back up. Step it in, palms over the heart. Balancing half moon. Now we'll come down onto the mat. So we were just using our hips quite a bit in our balancing half moon. So now we're going to stretch them out. So we'll work with four square. Bring your right leg in. You want your knee just opposite your hip. And the first level is to come into rocking the baby. So flex that left foot, bring the leg in, and just rock side to side. The next level would be to bring the foot into the bend of your right elbow. Foot is still flexed, and you're holding your leg like it is a baby, rocking the baby side to side. Feel the stretch in the hip joint. And the next level would be, now make sure you let the right foot out so that you can let your hips down, but bring that ankle on the knee or thigh of the right leg. So your legs are making a four square. So lift tall in your spine, relax your body, shoulders, hips. And as you feel comfortable there, reach up through your spinal column as you take in a deep breath. Breathe out and hinge forward in the hips. Keep a straight spine and just go to your edge, that point of resistance. And then pause there and breathe. That may be all the further you want to go today. However, if your body is ready, warmed up, and willing, lengthen through your crown again, breathe, and see if your body will relax a little more fully forward. And just go to your next edge. So we're chasing the edge. Pause and breathe some deep breaths, relaxing more fully on the out breath. Now to come up, press down in your legs and hips, lift the crown of your head, pause. You always want to give your body time to acclimate after a deep stretch. We're just going to lean back and switch sides. So bring the left leg in, reach for the right foot. Foot is flexed. We'll rock the baby. Next level. You can stay there where you are, or you can work with the elbow or the foot placed inside the elbow, and once again, rock side to side. See how it feels. Compare it to the first side. Is it easier or harder? It's a really nice stretch on the waist and the hip there, even the upper hip. So now you can continue on here working with this level, or if you want, you can let out the lower foot, the left foot, and release your right ankle onto the knee or shin, or thigh, I should say, coming into the four square. Reach up through your crown, breathe. Relax your hips, your legs, and if you want to go a little further into the stretch, reach up through your crown with a deep breath and exhale, hinging forward, bending in the hips. Just go to your edge and pause there. You can bring your hands down onto the floor to gauge the movement if you want. See if your body is ready to release more. Sometimes if you reach a place where it's a little intense, but you want to stay at that level, just rock side to side a little bit and let it loosen and kind of go in and out of the stretch. And then lengthen through your spine, up through your crown, reach up as you come back up and pause. Feel the sensations, how good it feels. All those endorphins flowing now. Stretching distributes those endorphins through your body. So now just bring your hands behind you, lean back, stretch out your legs. And I always like to roll my hips side to side just to kind of move all the debris out. And just as a reminder, after you finish your practice, always drink plenty of water to flush out any toxins that have been released. And then prepare for Shavasana. If you need a bolster or cushion, whatever you need to be as comfortable as possible. Make sure your hips are rolled under. Roll your shoulder blades under, turn palms up. If your shoulders feel a little tight yet and you want to relax them more, just bring your elbow in a slight bend and take your arms a little further out to the side. That will allow the shoulders to relax more fully. Feet should be at least hip width apart. Surrender now. Surrender to your soul's connection to source. Soften a little bit more. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Bring your awareness back now to the physical third dimension. Become aware of your body, the ground, maybe slight air currents across your skin, any sounds in the room, any sounds in the distance. Notice how you feel, perhaps a sense of well-being. Now just start to bring some movement into hands and feet, fingers and toes. You might want to take your head side to side just to make sure your neck is loose and free. And then on a deep breath, lift your arms up overhead and stretch long. Press through your toes, press through your heels. Draw your low back down against the mat. Reach through your fingertips. And then another deep breath. As you breathe out, bring your arms to your sides once again and lift your knees to your chest. Pull your legs in for a stretch. You're welcome to bring your head up to meet your knees if you want. And then just roll to the side, pressing on your palms up into sitting. And bring your hands into Kali Mudra. Just interlace all your fingers except your index fingers. Thumbs are side by side. And just point your index fingertips down to the earth. It's another mudra of release. And then bring palms together over your heart in Anjali Mudra. May the new moon, solar eclipse, all these wonderful energies coming, bring you into a deeper awareness of what you truly value. Namaste, everybody. Thank you for being here. We can unmute